No?
No, I mean a lot of great points here. I'm gonna take it back and then make my way back to the front.
Sounds good.
So you mentioned the shift from play to earn to play and earn, which I like, but my shift, and again I've just been thinking about it this way, is the shift to asset ownership, right?
Right.
And so one of the big arguments against soulbound reward cards is people are just like, oh, well, this game build itself is like you get to own your own assets, and now they're not giving any assets. And I'm like, well, you own the assets that you buy. Like for every card pack that you buy or buy off the market, it's yours.
Right.
But the rewards are no longer going to be that way because they've been exploited to hell, as we've seen.
Right.
Now, again, am I disappointed in less earnings? Sure. Can I see the argument to take one for the team so that we can get rid of the bot farms and the poor incentives? Then yeah, I can. I mean, it sucks, but this is what it comes back to. Like, who is playing this game because they enjoy it and they can get a lot out of it, and it's the entertainment value, as you gave your analogy with the movie, right? Like where am I going in where I can spend money, right? Own the assets and choose to sell them at a later date. Hopefully, if you give it on a long enough time frame, they are scarce and will go up. And I'm talking about specifically Chaos Legion cards, Riftwatcher cards, right? And so to me, like, I'm actually very fine with it, and somewhat bullish on the move. I think that it could be a great thing. Once again, when I see a lot of the salt around soulbound cards, I get it, because people have invested a lot, right? People bought cards right when Chaos came out, and they were, these cards were super expensive. And all they've done is see their assets go down in value. And part of that is the market. Part of that is the team not attacking the problems quickly enough, and part of that is just like the exploits not being found or discovered, or new exploits being found. But ultimately, I see it as the right move, and I'm okay with more soulbound things, because at the end of the day, like, the game shouldn't be about earning. If you want, and I tell people this all the time, if you want to make money, if you want to make real money in Splinterlands, don't play the game. Like, stay in the liquidity pools. I mean, those things are paying so much, right? Like, if you come in here talking about making capital and want like limited downside, put your money in the liquidity pools, and then you don't have to do anything. That's passive income. You don't have to worry about what Archmage is charging with their fees and what all the people like. I mean, that's how you make money from an investment DeFi side. If you're here for the game, buy cards and pay what you think is the value for them. Stop looking at as an ROI. And sure, if you want to think about it as an NFT, meaning that it is some kind of card that has or a digitized card that might have value in the future due to its scarcity, then sure, you can. But understand, you're taking that risk that the team is going to ensure that their assets do appreciate over time, which once again, on a long enough time horizon, they have shown that they have the ability to do. Will they do the same with Chaos Legion? I don't know. I mean, this is a hell of a lot of cards, right? They essentially did a 10x. So Chaos Legion could be, Chaos Legion might end up being the black sheep of the family, because maybe when Rebellion comes out, they're like, yeah, we're going to do 10 million packs, right? We learned our lesson. And all of us are here holding the bag being like, oh, well, that sucks.
Right.
So yeah. But the point is that, like, ultimately, I think soulbound cards are, I think they're worthwhile to explore, and I think the team should do it. Now, the only issue that I personally have with soulbound cards is that they are not available to everybody else. So my solution, I literally just came up with this while I was talking to you, is I don't think soulbound cards should ever go out of print. I don't think there should be a print number. And the reason I say this is because let's say right now there's, let's say the current cards were what is that called? Soulbound. Or soulbound rewards. So something like a Jin O'Shaunish, for example, one of the most powerful ones, or Venator Kinjo. Like, it would suck if I came into the game later and it wasn't available to me and I couldn't even buy it. Because right now, something like Almo Cambio, which is an Untamed rewards card, I can get it if I want to, if I'm willing to pay the price. But the fact that it won't even be accessible to those in the future kind of sucks to me. So I almost think about it in the same way as the Gladiator cards. And I don't know what the print rates or not for Gladiator cards are, but my thought is it would be cool. And somebody mentioned this to me recently, I think on the previous live stream, but it's like, what if it was like a Pokemon style where you get to pick which card you are leveling up? So it's almost like you are choosing what card to progress, right? Here's the list. Here's all of the new cards, and you get to choose which card you progress. And so at some point in the future, let's say in a year or 2 years from now, somebody joins the game. They will look at this and say, oh, well, it's there's no anti-competitiveness because it's like that guy has a Jin O'Shaughnessy and I will never even have access to that. It's
right.
Oh, he deserves it because he's been playing the game for the last 2 years and he's leveled his up. So now
Right.
I need to play and level mine up. But
Right.
over time, they can just release more and more cards. Does that make sense?
It does. I like that idea because it makes it it at least gives everyone a path. It gives everyone a path.
Exactly. Yeah.